What is up, my clan? Welcome back to ClintusGames. It has been quite a while since we've done a gameplay video. I think the last, dozen videos have all been stream highlights or rips from streams. This is the first time I've actually made a video in quite a while. I want to talk about Anthem. So here we go. We're loading into Anthem. This is my Storm. One of 4 javelins. This is definitely my favorite. Definitely my main. This is like the warlock, right? The mage, the wizard. Everything that I embrace in games like this. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. So Anthem's been out for a weekend. Technically, there was early access that Origin Access Premier got. If you're EA Access, you got it. And wow, that crosshair is it gonna be on the center of my screen the entire time? There we go. Yeah, so it's got a lot of negative press. It's got a lot of bad reviews. It's going around right now, and this game is getting absolutely dunked on for a lot of reasons. Some of it's justified, some of it's not. I think some people are overreacting for drama purposes, right? It's what gets the clicks, right? It's what gets the views. So I thought I'd just give you kind of my thoughts on this game. I get asked on a regular basis when I'm streaming, right? People ask me like, "Hey, what are your thoughts on this game? Is it worth $60? Should I get it? You know, what do you think of all the bad press it's getting?" Right? Here's my thoughts. Anthem is a beautiful game. As you can see, you're flying around. Right? There's all this beautiful landscape around you. The world is vast. This map is huge, both far and wide, tall, right? There's places for you to fly. And you can fly forever. The map is huge, right? And the verticality going way up into the mountains and the trees, all the way down into the depths of the ocean, right? There's a lot to explore in this game. But it's a looter pursuit, right? Or a looter shooter, as some people would call it. Even though I wouldn't, me and my friends don't really like to call it a looter shooter because you're shooting only partially of the time. A lot of times you're using your abilities, like that lightning bolt, and that lightning ball, right? And then you're gonna use your gun while your abilities charge. But as soon as your abilities charge, you're using your abilities again, right? The guns are just to fill the gaps between the abilities. And that's what you're going to continue to build. You're going to continue to build your character to make the abilities faster and stronger, right? There's 4 javelins. Each one have their own abilities, their own customizations, their own strengths, their own weaknesses. They all play very, very different. Oh, we got a world event. Let's go. Let's go save somebody. But yeah, it's a looter shooter, right? So it's a looter pursuit game. It's a game that you're gonna grind the same activities over and over and over again in hopes for better versions of the loot you already have, or certain loot that you can only get through certain activities, right? Again, very similar to Destiny, Warframe, and The Division, where you're gonna grind and play the same activities over and over and over again, hundreds of times in hopes of getting a different version of the weapon or armor that you have, right? So that's what this game is. And a lot of people, I think, had the wrong expectations. You know, this is a game from BioWare. They assumed it was going to be this massive story, overwhelming, amazing dialogue story, because that's what BioWare does, right? And what they got was, very similar to other looter shooters in the past, a short story that is then filled with side stories and side quests that aren't in the actual main story. And people don't understand that. Like, once you beat the critical path, once you beat the main storyline, there's all this other dialogue and story in side missions and side quests, and even just dialogue in the fort, right? There's all these people that are in the tower in your base that you talk to, and you develop these relationships with them, right? There's stories to be had, but because it's not part of a mission, people assume that, oh, it's not part of the actual story. It's and I don't want to do it. I don't want to walk around a tower talking to people. which in reality, what's the difference between that and the forced dialogue between missions, right? So the long and short of it is, should you get this game? I don't know. Do you enjoy games like Warframe and Monster Hunter World? And oh, that's a big boy. Let's go do an ultimate here. Drop some ice, followed by some lightning. Finishing off with some fireball. Yeah. If you like those other games, then you're gonna love this game. I think this game is fantastic for a looter pursuit, right? There's custom builds that you work on for each of your javelins, and you have to work on them independently of each other because there are components or mods that only work for those javelin, and you can only get them when you're playing that javelin, right? So you can't just play one character the entire time and hope to complete all 4. You'll eventually have to play all 4 if you really care about that. You are going to play a lot of the same activities and missions over and over again. Right now, there's only 3 strongholds. Strongholds would be like a strike in Destiny, right? And people would argue that the 3 is not enough. Well, when Destiny 1 Vanilla came out, it only had 4 strikes. That's all it had. The Destiny 2, of course, came out, and I think it had 6, 5 regular and 1 for PlayStation exclusives, right? So I definitely can sympathize that it seems a little on the light side. We know we're getting one more in March or April. And then we'll most likely get another 1 or 2 in Acts 2 and 3. Ooh, is that a masterwork? Is that a masterwork? No, guess not. Thought it was a masterwork. Got excited for nothing. I'll take the loot, though. Bing, 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 bing. There's the loot. That's why we do what we do, ladies and gentlemen. All that pretty loot that popped up on the screen. That's why we do these things. We're flying around right now in free play, looking for world events, the equivalent of public events in Destiny. And every person we kill, every one of these little red dots, have the possibility of dropping some really awesome loot, right? You increase the difficulty, and the chances of that loot continues to go up. Look at that damage. 1,000 damage, dude. Yeah, buddy. Here you go. This is a masterwork pistol that I'm running right now. While I'm hovering, it does 200% more damage. Look at that. While I'm sitting here hovering. Got him. Man, he ran away. Run away! Run away! So yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not a critical person, right? I look at something and I'm like, I have a high tolerance for stuff, right? I have a high tolerance for things that aren't perfect. I don't need perfection in everything that I do. I'm not the type of person that says, I spent good money on this, I want perfection. That's not me. I'm never going to be a critic. I'm never going to be a super critical individual. I'm not the YouTuber or Twitch streamer you're going to come to say, what are your thoughts on this? And I'm not going to give you this 10-page essay on the goods and bads of something, right? I'm gonna tell you how it feels. I'm gonna tell you how I feel after playing it or doing it, right? Much like a movie. Some of my friends know to never ask me my opinion on a movie, because 99% of the time I'm not gonna give it enough justice to make a critical, give you a critical review of it, right? I'm gonna say, oh man, it was great. The action was great. It had great soundtrack, and I felt good when I left the theater, right? It had a happy ending. That's all you can ask for. That's all I ask for in a movie. Is it fun? Do I enjoy the time that I spend in it? And really, more importantly for me, is do I feel rewarded for my time? All the games that I play right now, for the most part, are all in this looter pursuit genre, right? Destiny, The Division, Warframe, even Escape from Tarkov, even though it's not considered a looter shooter, it feels like it, because when you kill a bad guy, they have the possibility of dropping some really awesome stuff, right? Whatever they have on them. If you decide to load up an M4, then I'm going to take your M4 if I kill you, right? 100%. And so, those are the games I love, because I feel rewarded for my time. The more time I put into the game, the better the loot, the better drops I get, the better the game is going to be for me the next time I play it. That is the kind of game that I love to play. That is the reason why I play the games that I play. People don't understand why I love playing Destiny so much, right? It's not even a good game, but it is for me because I feel rewarded for my time. I get better guns. Better guns make better experiences, right? More fun. And that's what Anthem's going to do for me. Anthem's going to fill that same void that I love with Destiny and with other games. Division 2 comes out in March. I'm going to be playing Division 2 as well. It's in the same genre and same category as Anthem and Destiny 2. So, do you like those games? Are those the type of things you're looking for in your video games? Then I think Anthem is a game for you. I think you'll enjoy it. If it's not, and you don't like playing the same thing over and over and over again, right? You're like, I played this story mission 10 times. I don't want to do it again. I've done this stronghold 30 times. I don't want to do it again. Then this is not a game for you. I would say save your money, right? This is not Spider-Man or God of War. This is not Assassin's Creed. Oh, baby. It's a loot. It's a loot pursuit, baby. More purples. Let's go. Let's go. Right? That's why you shoot the mans. You shoot the mans hoping that they poop out a little sparkly gem. You don't get that in Assassin's Creed or Spider-Man or God of War, right? You shoot the mans because they're shooting at you, and that's it. That's the end of the discussion. I'm shooting this man because I want this man to drop me something shiny. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. There's the short and long of it. If you have questions specifically, you have specific questions you want to ask me, feel free to drop a comment down below. I am more than welcome to answer specific questions. I probably did not even answer half the questions you're going to have. But I thought the story was great. I think the dialogue was great. I love the mannerisms of the characters, right? They actually like move and feel like real people, right? The way they sway and move around and scratch their faces and their necks and stuff, right? But I never played Mass Effect. So I don't have any basis on like what a quote-unquote good story is, because I don't play a lot of single player. Never have. I've always been a multiplayer guy. Destiny was the first real game that I played that gave me a sense of story, right? And then people laugh when I say that because they're like, you know, Destiny's story isn't even that good. But again, I think it's all based on your experiences. It's all based on your expectations. It's all based on, you know, what you ask out of a game. If you're looking for this very long, episodic story, then you're never going to get that from these games, right? They're always going to come in pieces and chunks. We got a 15-hour story with Anthem. We'll get more story in each act. So Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 will give more story. And that bothers people. That pisses people off that they have to wait for those expansions. You know, like, why can't they just give it to me all right now? And the answer is because these games are a living, breathing game, right? It's constantly being updated. It's constantly having events and things happen in it. There was an event this weekend, right? There be giants. There was a world event that was going on. And it's gone. It's not here now, right? It was just a weekend event. It was here only for the weekend. And so a new event will be coming this weekend. And you know, that doesn't happen in Assassin's Creed or in God of War or Spider-Man, right? There isn't a new thing that pops into the game. There isn't like all of a sudden a new villain shows up for Spider-Man, right? You beat the game. You did it all. You did all the things. This game's constantly got new things popping into it, right? We're gonna have new loot to chase. We're gonna have new missions that pop in. And that's why we don't get everything all at once. It's a thing that you look forward to throughout the year. Destiny does the same thing. The Division does the same thing, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm very much looking forward to more Anthem. I will be playing a lot of Anthem. So if you want to watch me play it, head on over to twitch.tv/Clintus. I'm live almost every single day, most of the day. Kids are in school or kids are sleeping. I'm usually going live. So come hang out, check it out, and let me know in the comments down below what other talking points, what other things you'd like me to talk about here on ClintusGames. I think this is the format that works best for me. Booting up the game, playing just a little, you know, random stuff while I talk over something about the game, something about that happened maybe on stream, maybe something I saw in the news, something about, you know, that I saw on Twitter. And I think that's what's going to work best for me to keep content on the channel. But if there's something specific you want me to talk about, you want me to cover in the games that I play, And let me be specific and say the games that I play. I'm not going to cover anything on Fortnite because I don't play Fortnite anymore. You know, I'm not going to boot up FIFA, talk about, you know, something new in that game because I don't play that game. I play Destiny 2. I play Anthem. I play The Division 2 when that comes out. Those are the games I'm going to play. So if you got questions about those games or things you want me to talk about those games, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do my best to get them covered, give you guys content. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, thumbs up if you liked the video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Bye-bye.